Hey, good morning, student. The last two videos we have seen the flow control and error control mechanisms. In the last video, we have seen stop and wait ARQ mechanism. Now we are going to see about go back N protocol. So, what is the go back N protocol? See, I already said. Uh, in noisy channel, there will be three mechanisms. One is stop and wait automatic repeat request, go back and automatic repeat request, and let it repeat automatic repeat request. These three are mainly focused on the error control mechanism. In stop and wait, you can send only one frame at a time, whereas go back and selective repeat, you can send multiple frames. So that it is using the concept of sliding window protocols. What is sliding window protocols? So only the difference is in go back and select to repeat, you can send more than one frame at a time, whereas in a stop and wait you can send only one frame at a time. Okay, so see here the sliding window. This is 0 to 14. It is a window. This window, this much frames you can send at a time, that is totally 15 frames you can send at a time. This is size window size 2 power m minus 1. So what m will be? If it is size is 15 means what is m will be? Can you guess? 2 power 4. 2 power 4 means 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16 minus 1 15. So it is 4. So m is 4. So see here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 to 14. Here SF and SN is a pointer. SF indicates, so the here orange color frames are already in sane but not yet received acknowledgement. Okay, so once it receives acknowledgement, you can start from the seventh frame. So at a time you can send 14 frames, but it's an option. You can send uh, whatever frames you want. You can send more than one frame. You can send. So what it indicates, orange line frames indicates it's already sent but not acknowledged. Okay, so these frames are already acknowledged, so that the window has been moved. So see here, I am going to explain with this. See here, the slide can be moved to, once you received an acknowledgement, this SF is moved to S1. Once you received acknowledgement, S1 is moved to S2. Okay, once it moves, the sliding window is moves, this is moved to this, you can change the window size 14 to again this. So the 2 you can move here, the 2 you can move that side. Okay, that is sliding window. Okay, see here what it indicates. SF. So 0 1 2 has been sent and acknowledged, it is 3. Okay, so once you receive an acknowledgement, the sliding window is moved to 3. So once it is moved to 3, see here 14 is changed to 1501. So this 3 has been increased here. If this 3 has been decreased here, the right hand side the 3 will be get increased. That is move, the window is moved. After sliding, the window is moved. Okay, so the SF indicates the frame has been sent but not yet received acknowledgement. SN is the next batch of frame has to set. Okay, so send window can slide one or more slots when a valid acknowledgement arrives. That's very important. See here, the receiver side, it don't maintain multiple frames at a time. It always maintains only one frame at a time. So what it indicates, 3, it is already received acknowledged frame that cannot be received until the window slides. So the 3 indicates the next frame it expects. Okay, so what it indicates, 3 in the sense 0 1 2 have been received safe and sound. I am expecting 3. Once it sends 3, it is moved to 4. So the sliding is moved to one position only in the receiver side. Whereas the sender side you can move how much you have sent and receive the acknowledge, that the window is moved to that much place. Okay, so that is the difference between receiver window and sending window. Okay, the same diagram, you can send the multiple data frames and you can receive the acknowledgement for that. Here also you are maintaining a timer. Okay, let's see an example. First I will tell you the example, then I will give you that this is the sender and this is the receiver. Okay, here you can send 0 1 2 frames at a time. Okay, if you are sending 0 1 is lost. Okay, 0, 1, but 2 is lost. Okay, in sends and acknowledgement, receiver side, it sends, after receiving it 0, it sends 1. So no problem. Before receiving this one, the sender sends 1, 1, 2. 1 also receives, safe and sound, 2 is lost. So after the timer expires, this is the timer. Okay, the timer expires. Okay, it sends 1, it sends, it expects 2. Okay, within timer, if it not send 3, what go back and will do, it assumes, because in sliding window 0, 1, 2, no, so these 3 should be received at the same time. If 2 is not received at the receiver side, what sender will do, within a time frame, it doesn't receive acknowledgement 3. What it indicates, 0, 1, 2 has been received, I am expecting 3. So if it couldn't receive the acknowledgement, by the frame is lost or the acknowledgement is lost, what the sender will do, the sender will send back again 0, again 1, and again 2. So you have to repeat all the frames once again. That is called as go back n. N indicates 3 frames. Okay, if 3 frames, though these two get received and received acknowledgement, the third frame is not received, in the sense you have to send once more all the frames again. That is called as go back n arc. Okay, see here, request to send, SN is a starting frame to send, and SF is a next frame. Okay, see here, this is SF and this is SN. Okay, so SN is 7 in the sense, SF is 0. 7 minus 0, 7. Okay, its window size is 15. So greater than or equal to 15. What is the meaning? It is greater than or equal to 15? No. So what it means, if greater than or equal to means, if it reaches 15, you couldn't send. So it is put into a sleep. But for my case, 7 minus 0, 7 is not greater than or equal to 15. So you have to get the data and make the frame, store the frame until receive acknowledgement. You have to send the frame. After sending the frame, the SN is incremented to SN is equal to SN plus 1 timer. It started again. Okay, we have to check the condition whether it reaches the maximum size of the window or not. Okay, if it not met, you can get the data, make a frame, and store a frame and send a frame, and start the timer. Then you, once you receive the acknowledgement, if your acknowledgement is corrupted, put into a sleep. If acknowledgement is not corrupted, if acknowledgement number is, suppose SF is, what is SF? SF is this. Suppose you are receiving 0. If you are receiving acknowledgement is 1, acknowledgement is 1, SF is 0. So 1 is always greater than 0. Okay, so always acknowledgement number is next frame it expects. So acknowledgement number is 1 for SF, 1 greater than 0. Acknowledgement number is less than or equal to SN. What is acknowledgement number? 1 less than or equal to, what is SN? 7. So condition is true. Okay, condition is true. If SF less than or equal to acknowledgement number, you can remove the frame. So the copy is not need to maintain, and SF is equal to SF plus 1. Stop timer. So if you are receiving acknowledgement number correctly, no problem. If you couldn't receive an acknowledgement, start timer. If temp is less than of SN. Okay, so what is the temp? SF. What is the SF? SF is a duplicated frame. That is a sent frame. Okay, if sent frame is less than of SN, so time is out. You are not receiving a acknowledgement. So you have to send the frame SF again until SF is equal to SF plus 1. So SF is incremented. So all the frame you need to once again send until you reach temp is less than of SF. Okay, clear? So yeah, what is SF? This is SF. Okay, so acknowledgement is not received means you have to send all the frames 0, 1, 2, again you have to send. So the same thing until you reach the temp is less than of SN, you have to send all the frames once out. 0 first, second one, then 2. Okay. So once it is delivered the data, the receiver side Rn is incremented to Rn plus 1. You can send the acknowledgement as Rn. So once you increment the Rn, so if first of all, if it is indicates suppose your receiver number is 3, you could send the acknowledgement number is 4. So 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 you will send now. So what is 4 indicates? Up to 3 it is received. I am expecting 4. Okay. See here, for this is the total sliding window 0 to 6. SF and SNS common is same for the first time. Okay. So SF 0 is sent. So SF is not moved. SN is moved because the frame 0 is sent. So SN is moved to 1. Okay, acknowledgement 1 is received. So after acknowledgement 1 is received, this SF is moved to 1 again. So this red color is changed because it receives acknowledgement. So SF is 1. Okay, now you are sending frame 1. So now after sending 1, the SN is moved to 2. You are sending 3, sending 2, the SN is moved to 3. Okay, after sending 3, the SN is moved to 4. But see here, acknowledgement is lost here. Here acknowledgement 2 is lost. Okay, though acknowledgement 2 is lost, it can send frame 2 and frame 3, it receives acknowledgement 3. So what it indicates? No issue for acknowledgement 2 is lost. It indicates acknowledgement 3 indicates frame 1, frame 0, frame 1, frame 2 has been reached safe and sound. So I am expecting only 3. Okay, once it receives 3, here SF is changed to 3 because 1 and 2 are reached. So 3 indicates 1 and 2 are reached safe. So SF is changed to 3. Okay, now it sends acknowledgement 4. It is SF is changed to again 4. Now SN is also 4. So there is no issue of acknowledgement is lost. So this acknowledgement indicates the frame 1, 2 and 3 have been received. So you can send the frame 4 now. Okay, acknowledgement 4. So now SF and SF have been changed. Clear? So within a time period, there is no loss. So you can change it. Now see here, this is the beauty. SF is changed. Frame 1 is lost. Frame 2 you have sent. So 1, 2, 3. SN is incremented. See here, frame 3. Frame 1 is lost. Frame 2 is received. Frame 3 is received. So, but receiver expects only 1. So, after receiving 0, the receiver expecting 1. Instead of 1, it receives 2. Instead of 1, it receives 3. So, what receiver will do? I am expecting 1. But you are sending 2 and 3. But I couldn't receive 1. So, what it sends? Acknowledgement 2 it sends. So what it has to send? It has to send acknowledgement 4 because last received frame is 3 but it sends only 2 because frame 1 is not received. So it expecting 2. Acknowledgement 2. So acknowledgement 2 in the sense. So what it will do? Arrival, it changes the SF value. It again sends frame 1. It's a timer is out. Time after timeout it doesn't receive an acknowledgement means. So it sends again frame 1, frame 2 and frame 3. So though frame 2 and frame 3 is already sent, but it receives not receive acknowledgement for frame 1. So it's again start after the timeout. After the time is over, it sends the frame 1, frame 2 and frame 3 again. It is called as go back and arc. Clear? Yes. So one more beauty is selective repeat ARQ, in which the only difference is you need not to send the entire sliding window again. You can send the damaged frame only. That is the beauty of selective repeat ARQ. I will teach you in the next class.